Welcome to another episode, everyone. A high school football player, 17 years old, I believe, was killed in Compton, California, supposedly for having on a H hat, a Houston Astros hat. A Houston Astros hat has an H on it, which is a symbolism of a certain gang in Los Angeles, California. If you're familiar with the gang culture in Los Angeles, California, then you know that certain colors represent certain gangs and certain hats represent certain gangs. Supposedly, this young man was in Compton, California, and someone asked him to take his hat off. And he said, no, I'm not going to take my hat off, or didn't take his hat off or something. And reportedly, they shot and killed him. This happened last week in Compton, California, and someone had contacted me actually in the comments or email or something, I forget, Instagram perhaps, and asked me to react to this situation, to comment on it. I had not, because I wasn't sure exactly what had happened. It was not adding up to me. I didn't understand how an individual would be killed in Compton, California for wearing an H hat, because the Hoovers have no beef with anyone in Compton that I know of. And so why would someone, if they thought that someone was from Hoover, who was it that did this? Who is it in Compton that has a problem with Hoovers? So I'm like, and then I personally spoke with someone yesterday on the phone, and they didn't really like the fact that this had been put out on the internet, and that the narrative was that it was because this individual had been mistaken for a Hoover. He said that that's not how it happened, and that everyone needed to do their investigation and their homework before they jump to these sort of conclusions. Nevertheless, I'm not exactly sure what happened. See if we can find out right now. And this is the news story on it. And then we'll continue. This is Triggerbird AFS, the YouTube channel Triggerbird AFS. Go check him out. Go subscribe to his channel. And he has some insight on exactly what it is that happened. I do not know. I'll get my information from him. We will all, and go from there.
Remembering the life of a Tustin High School graduate and a football player who was shot and killed in Compton last week. Good evening, everyone. I'm Colleen Williams.
I'm Kathy Vara. His family says a 19-year-old was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
William Leapart's family sharing these videos and photos of his high school athlete days. First at Catella High School in Anaheim, and then as a star football player at Tustin High School. His stepfather, or bonus dad as he likes to be called, says William was respectful both on and off the field.
He knew the dangers, of the area. His perspective was that I don't gang bang. God got me. It's a tragic story.
LA homicide investigators say William was shot and killed just before 10 last Thursday night. They have not made an arrest.
William, he was destined to be something good. So we're going to miss him. Unfortunately, he's at the wrong place at the wrong time.
I mean, what's the word, Trigger Bird? I know I got some heat for these YouTube streets. Like, subscribe, and comment. I don't care if it's about some real shit or some motherfucking nonsense. Excuse my language though, man, YouTube. But I'm disappointed right now, man. I'm disappointed in the peoples, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm always disappointed in the people. You know what? I don't even take nobody serious no more. I swear, it's not a disappointment, but let me explain to y'all why. Shout out to William what's his name? Leapart. William Leapart. Or William I don't know if I'm saying it right. William Leapart. You know what I'm saying? It's a former high school football star, right? Played for Tustin. I had to read that shit because I just seen it. But everybody been sending it to me, right? So I'm gonna speak on it, bro, and I'm gonna tell y'all that I'm always disappointed in the community because we can't do shit right. We do everything wrong, but we don't do nothing right. First, I want to say first and foremost, shout out to his family, bro. Shout out to William Leapart family. We praying for your family, you know what I'm saying? And I hope that my homies come together to show that we could do something for y'all. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, I don't know, but it's just a tragic, bro. Like, and these niggas disgust me because, so let me give y'all some backstory. William Leapart lost his life in Compton over an HAT, right? I guess from what I'm hearing on the social media, that they told him to take the hat off. He didn't comply. They shot him. I feel mixed emotions with the shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like if you're not gonna gangbang, nigga, take the hat off. Hey, don't be out here dying. Hey, look, kids, bro. This is for the kids and the youngsters, bro. Don't be out here giving up your life for something that don't mean shit to you, bro. And even the people that do gangbang, bro. Nigga, your life is valuable, bro. Like this shit none of this shit in the street is worth your life, nigga. You know what I'm saying? A nigga like me, I'm not taking my shit off. You know why? I'm from over here, and this is what I represent. And I choose to do this until this is the outcome. That's why I'm cautious on where I go. But y'all that's out here, bro, representing certain and don't represent something, whatever y'all doing, bro, if y'all don't feel that way, bro, please, bro, y'all life means everything. Niggas out here killing niggas for red chucks. Remember they killed that artistic boy, excuse me, for red chucks. I was in prison when that shit happened. And then you got this situation with a dude that's a football star that don't even gangbang that played for touching. Cornerback and wide receiver, bro. We have to have some structures, black. Y'all wonder why nobody respect y'all. Because y'all niggas don't conduct yourself right, bro. Y'all don't. This dude lost his life to an HAT in Compton, and this is what I'm confused about. I don't know too many Compton sets that have an issue with us unless they get along with the neighborhoods. I fuck with Nutty, so it couldn't have been no Nutties. I don't know about neighborhood Compton. I don't know what they do over there. I don't know a couple of neighborhoods. I only know a few of them. But I fuck with a couple of them that I do know because it's never been that. But I've never been to their hood. But I fuck with the Nutties. So I'm looking at niggas that do this and they associate themselves with that. Shout out to the Nutties, man. Shout out to my nigga Slim. Rest in peace to T-Lo, man, on Hoover. They just lost their homie and my homies is there. So that's how I said the Nutties got love for us, bro. I fuck with the Nutties. I got a lot of love for the Nutty blocks, bro. Deep in my heart, any niggas in Compton, I fuck with the Nutties, bro. They're my niggas, bro. Y'all know that. Any nigga from Nutty on here, they see this, they know I got a lot of love for the Nutties, nigga.
Yeah, so, and again, this is Triggerbird AFS. It's the name of his YouTube channel, Triggerbird AFS. He's from Hoover. And, so, again, we have to get our information from him. But he got his information from social media, as he said. He said social media is saying that someone asked this individual to take the hat off. He didn't do it, and so they killed him. I don't know the veracity of that story from the people who were reporting it, but if it is true, then absolutely it's sad. Whatever the case is, he was murdered, perhaps, for the hat or something, because clearly he did not gangbang. He was a football player from Tustin, or played for Tustin. And, as his bonus dad had said, he was a good kid. He was destined to be something great. He was young and not sure what he was doing over there. And what Triggerbird is saying when he says that, take your hat off, because some people may be taken aback by that, and say, well, why do I have to take my hat off? Why do I have to take my clothes off? Why can I not wear whatever I want to wear? What do you mean, take my hat? I'm not taking my hat off. I wouldn't take that. Why do I have to take my hat off? And I would get that sentiment. Nevertheless, the facts are that you are identifiable in Los Angeles, California gang culture by these hats and by the clothing that you wear. This is how oftentimes gang members identify themselves and other gang members. And thus, you just have to go along with that program. Yes, it's a sad situation. You should be able to wear whatever hat you want to wear, whatever clothes you want to wear, whatever color you want to wear, wherever in LA and wherever else. You should be able to do this in the world. You should be able to walk into a community, particularly a black community, without being accosted for any reason, particularly for what it is that you have on. That makes absolutely no sense. And our lives have to matter more than that, than a hat, than what someone is wearing. And clearly this individual is not even a gang member. It's absolutely senseless and it's shameful. And this is why we are the floor mat of the entire universe. So again, you may say, well, I don't want to, I should be able to wear whatever I want to wear. And that's true, but we're not talking about that. That's wishful thinking. That's how it should be, but that is not how it is. It should be that you should be able to wear whatever you want, wherever you want. Yes, I agree with that. It makes no sense that you do not. As I say, when they talk about the check-in culture, you should be able to go wherever you want without having to pay someone or so-called check-in. This is the free world. What do you mean? Well, why do I have to check in with anyone? Particularly in the black community, you should be able to go into the black community and wear whatever it is that you want without being accosted and harassed aggressively by people who look like you, who have the same enemies as you do, and or who are in the same fight that you are in. Nevertheless, since we are indoctrinated with self-hatred right now still, and we're trying to get that off of our backs, but it's a process because it took a while to instill this self-hatred. So it's going to take some work to undo the damage that has been done. Not to excuse it, because I believe that individuals are working on it, that black people are unifying all over the country, actually, and that the days of old are coming to an end at some juncture. Some people may just have to be left behind if they don't want to catch up. But as it is right now, in this moment that I speak, it is still extremely dangerous anywhere, Compton, California, Long Beach, Los Angeles, California, to walk around with certain hats on in certain neighborhoods and with certain clothes on in certain neighborhoods. Not just blue and red. Some individuals wear gray, orange, beige, etc., brown, that represents their neighborhood. So you say, well, damn, what kind of colors can I wear? Exactly. It's shameful, but let's just deal with the facts. And the facts are that this is how it is. We can say it should not be that way. I agree. But we're not talking about how it should be right now. We're talking about how it is and what you must do in order to protect yourself if you're going to be in these areas because of how it is. Not how we hope it to be 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, but how it is right now in this moment, whether you like it or not. You had better protect yourself and know what you're doing when you go in certain areas out here. I've been saying it for a while. It is very dangerous out here in Los Angeles, California. You have to be careful and know what you're doing and where you are going. You know, these individuals who are on the internet talking about how soft Los Angeles, California is and this and that, they're doing that, understand, on the internet. In real life, they're not going to go out there. They're not going to go over there. If they do, they're going to go to Calabasas. They're going to go to Beverly Hills. They're not out there in the hood. They're not out there in LA in anyone's hood, walking around like they own the joint, and then coming back to the internet talking about how soft it is. They're not doing it, man. Trust me. They're saying this stuff from the internet. It's not true. It is very dangerous in Los Angeles, California, in the outer areas. It is extremely dangerous. And you must know how to navigate the area. You must know where you are going. It's unfortunate, but these, again, are the facts. We just want to deal with what it is, not what we want it to be, not what it will one day be, but what it is right now. What it is right now is that you have to be extremely careful when you go to certain parts. You must know how to maneuver. You must know what area you are in and what their hood is, what their gang colors are, what their hood hat may be, etc. Again, yes, foolish, I agree. But if you do not do this and you go into the wrong neighborhood with a certain hat on, and this neighborhood is at war with this particular hood. When I say war, there are wars going on that have been going on for decades, and they are very deadly and dangerous wars. And you don't want to get caught in the middle of it. Bottom line, you go over there and they see you with a certain hat on, and it represents this particular hood. To you, it represents your favorite basketball team, your favorite football team, your favorite baseball team. You're not a gang member. It doesn't represent a damn thing to you other than sports, which is what the hat was made for. But out here, in this area, it represents something totally different. Foolish. I agree. But again, we want to deal with the facts. And the facts are, this is what it does. It represents something totally different. So when they see you walking down the street with this hat on, they don't see a New York Yankees fan. They don't see a Los Angeles Lakers fan. That's not what they see. They don't. These individuals in these neighborhoods are not thinking about sports. All they do is gang bang 24 hours a day. So they see you, and you walking down the street, and there's 10 of them standing out there. They thinking because they're at war with this particular hood, as far as they know, you're coming to unalive them, you're coming to shoot at them, you're coming to get off on them, or you just got caught slipping. Whatever the case, they own a situation because this gang is at war with that gang of the color that you're wearing or the hat that you have on. I get it. You don't know anything about this. You don't have anything to do with this. You don't care anything about this. You're just trying to walk down the street. You're just visiting. You're just trying to go to the store. You're just heading to a fast food joint. You're going to a soul food place. You're just out in LA, man. I'm in California, man. I'm just chilling for a little bit. You don't know anything. You don't want any of these problems. You don't know anything about any. You don't know anything about this mess. You don't want any parts of this mess. You don't have anything to do with this mess. You're not even from California. You don't know anything about this gang culture out here and don't care. You're away from another state. And yet you can lose your life. And it's unfortunate, but that's the way that it is. And I've been saying this for a while, and I want everyone to understand that it can get very serious in California, Los Angeles, California, Compton, California, Long Beach, California, Hawthorne, Gardena. It doesn't matter. All of the little inner parts of it, it gets real vicious. And if you were not born and raised and out there and do not know exactly what it is that you're doing, and you can find yourself in a world of trouble just by walking down the street, and it's unfortunate. So again, I don't know what happened to that young man. Rest in peace to him. Or I do know what happened to him. He lost his life for whatever reason. But apparently, according to Trigger Bird here, and according to what he saw and heard and read on social media, it was over the fact that he had on this hat that represents the Hoovers. Now, again, the individual I spoke with yesterday, he didn't want anyone on the internet saying that because he said that that's not what happened. I don't know. I don't know what happened. What we do know that happened is that another black man, young 17-year-old individual who was destined to do something great, could have helped get black people out of this rut that we are in at some point in his life. We don't know, but we'll never know now because his life has been cut down for no apparent reason, for a frivolous reason, for a stupid reason, because we're so imbued with self-hatred. These YNs, they're beginning to make me sick. Now, I was a part of this culture myself, steeply involved. And so it's hard for me to come all the way down on them because I was misled and taught wrong myself. And they have been taught wrong as well. That's why they're doing what they're doing out in the community, destroying the community. But we're trying to reach these individuals and let them know where they're wrong at. And they're continuing on with this nonsense. And these individuals have no smoke for anyone outside of the community. They're only attacking their own brethren. These individuals need to be ousted from the community because you are a threat to the community. put the weapons down as it relates to other black people. Put them down, period. Don't harm any other human being with a weapon. But if you just have to do it, damn it, don't harm your own people. Exclusively only your own people. That makes no sense. It's time to stop. I'm going to leave it there for now. I'll see what else comes out about this story, about this situation. All I know is what you all know right now, or what we've heard right now. That's what I know. Maybe some of you know more. All I would know is what I just heard right now with the newscast and what Triggerbird here just said, which is what he heard on social media again, that it was because this individual had on this Houston Astros hat, which represents the Hoovers. He was in Compton, California, as we heard the newscast indicate. And apparently someone asked him to take off the hat. He did not do it. Or he said no, or I'm not taking it off, or whatever, which is, of course, his right. Many people would have said the same thing. I'm not taking off my clothes. I'm not taking off my hat. Many individuals, of course, would have taken it off. Like it's not worth it. Okay, here, man. I'm not for whatever y'all think this is. It's not anyway. I don't game bang. So here, take it. If you want it, you can have it. Burn it, stomp it. I don't give a damn. I don't bang. Some people would have just, done that, but I'm not blaming the victim because he has a right to say, I'm not taking off my damn clothes. I'm not taking off a hat. I'm not going to do it. And hope for the best, and hope that these individuals don't go that far as to actually pull a trigger and take his life because he didn't want to take off something that he paid for. Rest in peace to that young man. It's shameful. It's sad. It's senseless. And it needs to stop. The violence in the community needs to stop. No one respects it. I do not respect it. No one should respect it. And, everyone needs to get out of the street at the end of the day. We see what's going on with the Tupac Shakur trial. And that all of these OG individuals, so-called OGs, have been in the street. They've been snitching for 30 years now. They've been working with the DEA, the FBI, snitching on all kinds of people. These are your homies. These are your big homies that's in the hood, that are running the hoods now. And all that. I told you these dudes are just OGs and shot callers in the hood by default because the real ones are dead or in prison. So they took over the hood because they're the only ones that were left. Not because they some real gangsters. It's all coming out in the Pac trap. They snitching. You want to be around this? They've been snitching since 1998, 2006. One with the DEA, the other one with the FBI. Getting paid, payments, actual paychecks to snitch. He got 5 payments from the DEA to snitch. 5 separate payments. This is what you're up against. This is your big homie. This is who you fighting and dying for in the hood. Knock it off. It's not worth it. Get out of the street. Let me know what you think in the comments. Rest in peace to that young man. Another sad day in the ghetto. Another sad day in the hood. Another sad day in America. Another sad day in the black community. Another black family grieving for no reason at all, for something senseless, when we are all despised in this world. We apparently despise one another as well. How shameful is that? Stay safe and stay free, people.